Hello everyone and welcome to episode 6 of Dying Light 2. Hopefully everything is up and working correctly. Anytime Microsoft loads a brand new patch for Windows, oh, what is this? New bundle available for purchase. Well, I doubt it. No thanks. And then we've got the Night Runner bundle and then the post-Apo bundle. Got it. Okay. Anytime Windows loads a brand new update for the operating system, it sometimes can screw up the audio settings, but we did a stream earlier today and it seemed like everything got fixed up. Simulator does say it seems like it's been working correctly, and I have screwed up the chat a little bit. I have a Windows update waiting. I'm sure it'll screw up everything for next weekend. Yeah, my recommendation is load it early and then go in and do some sort of test recording or something with your setup. Make sure that it's working properly, but I'm glad to hear that this is okay. Luca says that we've got him hooked on the stream. Luca, I'm really glad that you're enjoying it. I look forward to these streams a lot, especially here going into a new week. Like, for people watching in the VOD, this is a kind of a middle evening, Sunday afternoon. Probably play this up until around the time that we're going to turn in, and it's a great way to cap off the weekend. Okay, so we are at the safe zone, but let me just check our journal. The Peacekeepers closed off the passage to the city center, and then over on the right, I met Alberto and Vincenzo. They told me that Sophie's brother had already asked them about the dark zone where they were located. I had competition. Right, for the crystals. I don't remember that as being a big deal, though, but maybe I'm misremembering.
Been planting pumpkins for years.
I don't think that I wanted to shop for anything. Let's use my coins. Anytime you got 78 of something, I feel better, because if I screw up and accidentally throw one,
I wonder what the hell is going on in this.
And?
it's not irreplaceable.
Well, what did you find?
I know the location, but I was told your brother asked about it already.
Herman! See if Barney turned on his radio. Barney? Answer me. Barney! Damn. So that's why he's gone offline. He's looking for the crystals on his own. And throwing a wrench in the works yet again.
This isn't the first time, I gather.
No. He's always trying to prove himself. Last time he got wounded. Wasn't that long ago either. A fucking kid. I'll kill him. I'll just kill him.
Why blame yourself? We all make our own beds.
Listen. You said it yourself. You're new here. So you don't know much. I'm responsible for security here. And he's my brother. I promised I'd look after him.
You promised? Promised who?
Never mind. I'll kick Barney's ass when he gets back.
How'd Barney get wounded?
He didn't want to tell me. My guess is that the PK's got a hold of him.
Your brother keeps secrets from you?
That's none of your business. Barney, answer me! Damn it all to hell! If he went to a dark zone in his condition, he's a goner.
I can try to track him down.
You?
I've been in the dark zone before. In the GRE hospital.
St. Joseph Hospital? Really? If you save him, you won't regret it. We still have some time. Barney will likely wait till dusk. Going into a dark zone during the day is suicide. Just bring him back home safe.
I'll do my best.
Good luck.
I cannot, at the moment, remember if we have met Barney. Wait, this is new. In Old Villador, survivors sighted a new terrifying monster. Some say it resembles a goon, but unlike those we know, this one uses fire to wreak havoc. Examine and take care of the problem if need be. Okay. Why not? Apparently, I don't have to wait for night, so we're gonna go head off and do this. Luca is saying that it's already Monday for him. That... I'm so sorry. On the plus side, you will hit, what's it called? Friday before all of us, and then be into the next weekend.
People only had bows, arrows, and spears, and they managed to survive.
Okay, so I just got a new... That's gonna happen a bunch. We just got a brand... Oh, we got skills points for both. So let's look at parkour first, just because that's the one that I noticed. And we do have some new abilities here. Increase the height from which you can land without taking any damage. Given the likelihood of my falling from extreme heights, that seems pretty good. Move faster on ledges when working up and down into either side. I feel like we have to go with that one, though. But then again, this one is, like, get to where you want to go a little bit more reliably. And this one is don't die. I'm going to go with the don't die one for now. And then we've got a combat ability. So over here, head stomp. Oh, I've been wanting to do this. Focus on an enemy and press X. We very well might do that. Then over here, we've got grapple throw. I haven't been getting a lot out of grapple. I do it sometimes, but usually more by accident. Block incoming projectiles. I don't know. I don't really need to Geralt this. Perform a powerful attack that deals more damage. Yeah, the power attack, I do feel like would be especially devastating with my big two-handed thing. I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get power attack. All right.
Truth be told,
Lucas saying, have you already tried siding with a faction? No, I don't think so. I'm not 100% sure what that entails yet. Okay, well... There. Oh, we double blew him up. Now, I do not know if fire affects the... Fire monster. Oh, boy. Hey, you stop it. So I am feeling like the fire monster doesn't care very much about the fire. Oh, but hold on. You know what else? I wanted to... Let's craft some throwing knives. We're gonna craft 10. And yeah, I see that I can craft 94, but I only need 10 for right now. And then also we need to have them in our inventory. So I'm gonna come here. Oh, well, Molotov would also help, but I'm gonna... Yeah, let's switch this out for the knives. Yeah, okay. And then... Okay, whether or not this hurts the fire monster, it definitely clears out some of the chaff. Because I'm gonna fight that golem. Yeah, see, this is where the head stomp would be helpful. You get out of here. Whoa, shit! The fire went a lot further than I thought it was going to. Yeah, I do feel like siding with the faction is like a thing, but I'm not really sure how to do it or when I should do it. I feel like it, you know, regardless of the fire, the concussive blast should mean something too. Okay, so please stop setting me on fire. Oh! Now, another thing I don't know is, can these oil spills be reignited? Ow. It doesn't seem that way. I'm just noting that that move has a big attack radius. Oh, God. And he's got quite a reach. Okay, hold on. All right, I do not have any healing items. Except for this. And I kind of want to hold on to that. So let's put that in there. I was going to bandage up my burns here real quick. And hello to Fox McCloud, who did not realize that the zombies were backed by wizards. Pyromancers, in fact. Oh, mighty whiff. Wait, is there a dog back there? I don't want the dogs to catch on fire. God damn. Like, that thing, that's a small-scale tactical nuke that he's firing off. Like, it really does a lot of damage. It is possible that I'm not doing this... There's a step of learning, but then there's a step of maybe I'm not making very wise use of the tools at my disposal. As far as I know, I don't have, like, a fire extinguisher or anything, but let's take a look to see what else I've got. Yeah, the Molotov is not going to help against the guy who's on fire. Can I craft anything else that's good against somebody that's on fire? No. Well, oh, wait, you know what I should do? I should use, like, my rage booster and my damage reducer. Hold on. I don't... If ever we're going to use those things, this seems like the time. So... Alright, immunity booster, that's not really what I want. Electricity booster, no, I want, like, a fire reducer. Immunity, other immunity, rage. Yeah, so melee damage plus 100%. The trouble is, like, it's so hard to get in on this guy. Oh, yeah, maybe we'll take that immunity booster I seriously don't want, and then electricity booster. So maybe what I was supposed to do was get, like, a blueprint for a fire resistance booster. Maybe we'll look for that later now that I know that there's fire dudes. But what I want to do, I think we're going to take this. Yeah, the electricity booster is not very helpful for me right now. Okay, so here's our rage booster. I can't... How far away? Dude, do you have to be? Okay. Maybe I completely wasted that rage booster, but it sure doesn't feel like it, because we won. And I got 1 crystal core. We are that much closer to having our own Final Fantasy. Oh, come at me, bro. I'm all raged up. Come on down. Wait, where are you? There we go. Okay, I think my drugs are wearing off. Still, that was a good time. Yeah, the actual damage effect on his ground pound, like his, like, make fire here now, is way larger than what it looks like. Fox McCloud, thank you for the clip. And hello to Jody K. I came in just in time to hear my drugs are wearing off. Indeed they are, though. And also in the game. Okay, I see a scratch mark or something over here, and we know that that has good stuff. Oh, that... Bye. Dude, I just fought someone who is way more on fire than you are. Shit. Oh. Okay, thought I dodged that, but it's fine. Okay, I need a medicine. Guys, there might be a little bit less commentary right now. There's just a lot. There's a lot of it. Okay. So I didn't go into that with very low health, but fighting the hag and the bandits, probably not a great choice by me. Fox McCloud wants the ad quote, my drugs are wearing off. Jody K said those were the first 5 words that she heard. And you'll likely hear more similar ones. So, okay, so we did that part of the quest, or is there anything else? The rumors are true. There is a new breed of goons roaming the city, and are there other newfound mutations? Find them before anyone else gets hurt. Okay, I mean, are there more places to go? Because I'll be happy to do that. Oh, wait, can't we... I think if it's red, we haven't done it. No, if it's green, we've done it. Okay, then I want to go do this one, because I think that we have the... Yeah, we have enough stamina to do this one now. But yeah, as we were talking about, everybody, I hope you all had a nice Sunday. I was sharing the other day, I don't remember if it was the last episode of this or if I mentioned it in an Anno 1800 stream that we did recently. I had a really, really great Friday. Inhibitor container detected. And it's this way. Well, if we can find it on the way... I'm watching that number down at the bottom center tick down. It does seem like it might be in the other way. Okay, I did some sort of a bounty. I don't know which one it was. So, this guy who's all tied up, does he suffer the ill effects of being in the gas? Because it seems to be really bad for everybody else. I will vote, I'd be happy if it didn't, because wouldn't that suck? You go to all the effort of rescuing this stranger, but then because you accidentally did it too close to him, he dies?
Thanks. They almost killed me. You deserve this.
Okay. Someday I'm gonna fight an electric gremlin, and we're gonna be really glad for all of the... Okay, let's just all agree that on both sides, nobody did that first move. Okay, are there any... No. For all of this, none of these people were lootable at all. And that's not lootable either. No, no, I don't need to fight you right now. One of the things that I think is really smart about the way that this game is designed is you can just go out into the street and wallop on zombies, but to a large extent, absent the special zombies, there's not a lot of reward for doing so. Yeah, you'll get some experience points, but it's for sure not the most efficient way to do that. And what you are doing is wearing down whatever weapon you're using. Weapons are common. Like, I think you'd really have to work to be out of a weapon. Like, not have any weapon at all. But if you're using a really good weapon, like I'm using right now... Okay. Come on. Then you're just burning endurance on something that would be much better spent on, you know, something constructive. Okay, so there's our windmill. This is what we want to do next. And we've got, it's 1700. So what is that? 3 p.m.? No. 1500 is 3 p.m. Right? This is more like 5 p.m. Jab's gonna come in. He's gonna know it right off the top of my head. Okay, so let me just rest for a second. We're clearly gonna ride this up. Ugh. Okay, I tried to be clever and wait for it to be, like, just about to go up, and I was just too late. Hello to Jab. He is crafty, so he'll be in and out. But he has up on the TV. Darn it. Okay. I gotta stop waiting. As soon as it drops... There we go. That's... I don't know what I was thinking there. But where am I trying to get to, though? Oh, shoot. Okay, I don't know if this is gonna work, but we're gonna go for it! Go! Oh, no! Okay, let me get all my stamina back. This is doable with our current level of stamina. I brought this up in another gameplay stream that we did recently, but I really appreciate it when games and game developers are upfront with you to just say, hey, you can't do this right now. All right, let me just sidle over as far as we can. This is it! Oh, whoa. Okay, get all the stamina back. Because I don't mind having to, like, figure something out for myself, but if it literally cannot be figured out right now, if there's no way to do it, don't have me waste my time. Okay, before we go down, Luca is saying that's what this game does different. It uses inhibitors for drugs. Meanwhile, in the first game, you actually got rewarded for parkour and attacking zombies with XP. Oh, hold on. Oh, Jab was asking Jab would know what. Oh, just, we're coming up on 1,800 hours. So that's 6 p.m., right? 1,800? I'm much better, and I'm not very good anyway, but I'm better at doing math when I'm not currently engaged in combat. There's another scratch mark up there. I'd like to go do that before the sun sets. And this time I will endeavor to be a little bit smarter about how we approach it. Okay, so it looks to me like just some scratch marks that I can go get, so it shouldn't be a big deal. Okay, well, I already got the mutation sample, so whoever's doing that can just keep doing it. Oh, shit. But I mean, like, yeah, this game also... There's no such thing as a wall kick. This game also, you know, you do get XP for all the other stuff. It's just, it feels like it introduces more reasons to engage with, like, the actual activities, as opposed to just running around and murdering random dudes. Dead Rising was very similar. Oh, look, there's another thing right now. Something Big Has Been Here Part 2. Please be electricity-based, because I feel like I can do that. It's just noon when 12 and then add the hour, says Jab. That's the secret to 24-hour time. I'm very bad at math. Oh, good. Hold on. Oh, here. So, like, it's telling me that this is, like, the site of, like, a big noise. What noise was it? Just the sound of combat? Also... Sorry, Yeah, there's somebody 26 meters away. There it is. Oh, he's poison-based. I tried to do the drop kick. It didn't work. Wait, no, I was supposed to kick you into the barrel. Kick. There. I have a bad feeling we're going to be fighting this poison zombie past nightfall. Okay, let me heal completely up. Oh, really? Guys? Now? I'm liking the power swing. Yeah, you fight that guy, and I'm gonna go do this, because we don't have all of the time. Okay, I don't want to be as much on fire. Dodge! Okay, I'm just letting you know. So, seriously, do you have to jump into the air? Is it like a sonic shockwave? Like an earthquake? Is it like the Incredible Hulk pounding the ground? And if you're standing on the ground, you take damage no matter what? Dodge. No, I jumped in the air. It still didn't work. Hold on a second. I'm just having trouble working out what on earth is the acceptable, the minimum safe distance for that shoot. Hold on. Okay. That's how far away you gotta be. And of course, my big swings are nowhere near like his big swings. So I don't want to step in the goo is the problem. You cut it out. Get out of here. Thank you. At least we can agree on that. Shoot. Ow. And poisoned. There is... God damn it. Like, in chat, it's not just me. Like, it does feel like I'm a good distance away when he does that move. And I do see the... So I should probably try the parkour move that it's trying to introduce to me, too. I haven't been doing it because usually the parkour move is just... Okay, sure. That was some sort of Luke Skywalker force punch, I think. Okay, hold on. I always feel it's a little bit cheating to do this, but then again, he's a little bit cheating with the freedom with which he's hitting me. Let's just craft some more medicines. And then... Okay, I think I have time to heal here. Okay. And now it is nighttime. Shoot. You stop it. Okay. Go. Go. All right, let's go do the quest. Let me go here. We're going to switch up our journal. So, let me just see. Fox McCloud says, I love how your hammer can have the range of a crippling 2 millimeters, and then you can hit somebody 50 feet away. Yeah, sometimes I'm like, Oh, the... Wait, hold on. This is what I want. Sometimes I'm like, oh, the range on the big two-handed weapon is more than I think it is, and then I'll be like standing slightly outside range and just like super whiff it. Jody K is voting for dodge, mobility, and sneak attacks. Hello to Mia. Mia is also saying hello to Luca. Mia, that was a very fun stream earlier today of Forza Horizon, and also, sorry, I want to undo my... Yes, okay. Oh, there's another map here as well. Or sorry, another mission. Where am I supposed to go? Where's my main mission? So the main mission is here. Let's go do this side mission. It's already nighttime, so it won't have to fast forward any place. I really want that climb faster ability too. We're gonna try to be stealthy on top of the wall here for a second. Oh, wait, is this... It is. Yeah. I just used all of my make healing stuff items, so we want to get all the chamomile and honey we can. In fact, I think I just got enough to do another... Yeah. Voxmilhood, thank you for getting the clip also. Yeah, he's posting the clip from what happened earlier in this stream. Jody K says it's a rogue build from D&D 2 or 3.5. I forget, although it was probably Spring Attack. That sounds like a 3.5 edition thing to me, Jody. I never got a chance to play much 3rd edition, but that's what it sounds like from having read the rules. So we do see a Howler down there. I would like to stay clear of that. Oh, hold on. There's a bolter here. So, what's the detection range on this? Can I sneak up on one of these guys? I've never even tried, really. Nope. Get up. Where'd you go? And stuck on a tree. This is fine. I need a faster weapon. Oh, it's too slow. Okay, well, my life is in mortal danger, but at least I did the thing I wanted. Okay, so now all I have to do is survive it. This is fine. I'm going further away from the source of UV light that I'd like to get to. Mia, you asked earlier in the day if I ever sweat while gaming. No, cool as a cucumber. This is just fine. Let's have a quick chat about predestination versus free will. Oh, okay. What the hell is it telling me to do? Where is the thing? Go up. Whatever. Get in there. Get in the thing. How do we do it? Oh. Okay. I'm just going to hang out in here until that chase goes down. Mia's saying, I'm really glad that you enjoyed the stream today. Fox McCloud says, I think somebody did a D&D build where they reinforced cardboard several times and became invincible. Sounds like an inventive use of cheating. Jody K is saying, I don't remember. Oh, by the way, Jody K, I did see your, I wanted to make sure that I said to you, I did see the picture that you had posted of like your bag with all of the Gamer Nation Con pins. That is super cool. And I saw your response to Mia that you had played, you had worked the first 1 or 2, I think it was, and have gone to every single one. That's awesome. Okay, so, although I probably shaved a couple years off of my actual life, we did get the bolter, so I might as well continue to tempt fate by trying to get to that.
Inhibitor container detected.
Okay, then I'm just gonna go down. How about that? Okay, this is fine, and now just go up. Now, I want to note that I do hear the person who's yelling for help, and I want to go help them. The problem is, almost every time that I've tried to go out to be a good Samaritan, it has not worked out for me. I die, and then the person still dies. Endurance booster. I probably would not ever remember to use this. And then the UV bar. Wait, a unique throwable? What does it do? I've always used it to, like, stab into the zombies when I get grabbed. I didn't know that there was, like, you could throw it. Does it drive the I guess it would drive the zombies away from an area. Jab doesn't really believe in either, but leans towards free will. I would say that absent the evidence of some sort of time travel that proves that everything always comes out the same way no matter what, and that the history is, unless it's demonstrated that history is immutable, I don't know why people would believe that the future is immutable. I think upgrading the immunity booster would probably be a really good idea, because I'm sure as the game goes on, I'm going to be spending more and more time inside dark zones. Yeah, we're going to continue to work these things up, and then we've also got an upgrade to my venom shaft or my venom tip, and that's too expensive. I don't know. Or my flame tip. I'm gonna sit on that for now.
Right?
Because I think I'd rather get a couple more upgrades. No, I want to do the story. The quest. Oh, here we go. All right, so 130 meters this way, we're good. In other words, absent actual evidence of predestination, of destiny, of this is the way that things must go, I don't know what good it is to live your life as though that's the way that it works. Because if you give yourself over to the idea that no decisions that I make matter, I don't understand why you don't just wind up starving to death inside your own home or whatever. Like, you have to live your life as though the decisions that you make matter. I have absolutely no idea where the thing is that I'm looking for. It appears to not be here, so I think I have to take the quest during the daytime and then come back at night. We could go do GRE Anomaly, but I think Yeah, no, we've been there. And this is close enough to the border for like a higher level area. Oh, no, maybe it's not. It's still area 1 to 2. Let's go to the quest, though. We're going to uncheck whatever else I had going, and we're going to go to... Yeah, we're just going to go to this quest. Hold on. Okay, I don't want anything selected except the quest. There we go. Hold on, do you want to see what Jab is saying? Oh, we're gonna have to, Okay, yeah, I need everything here. Especially the shrooms. In the last episode, I really... Okay. I don't want any deal with her right now. Okay, anything else? Yes, we've got feathers. So, before I go, Jabising agreed, but there are certainly a lot of processes, pressures, and influences going against pure free will. I think at best, it's possible options for most people. Oh, yeah. I mean, you can't just free will yourself into not having diabetes. You can't just say, well, through the force of my free will, I will wake up tomorrow and be a millionaire, unless you are currently a millionaire. And even then, that's not really your free will. That's just the reality of the situation. But the idea that the arc of your life is entirely governed by forces outside your control sounds hopeless to me. Because you believe that you cannot change anything about your situation, then what motivation is there to take any action? In other words, there's a galaxy of difference between, oh, just pull yourself up from your bootstraps. Everyone, gets whatever they want in life, and everybody that works hard is always rewarded. False. I don't think that anybody who's lived or operated in the real world believes that good things come to good people all of the time. However, to give up on the hope that good things can come to you when you work for them, when you do the right things, when you dedicate yourself to trying to better your station at life, and just say, well, you can't, you just can't fight the system. Everything is the way that it is. That doesn't seem... Oh, fucking sure, man.
Sophie? I'm inside. No sign of Barney yet.
You have to find him. He has to be in there somewhere.
I'm looking.
Hurry.
Do the best you can, I think is the philosophy that I'll leave it as. I want to be very careful. I literally earlier today heard somebody sort of sharing their thoughts that, like, well, if life isn't good and you're feeling stressed out about the state of your life, the state of the world, or something else, just wait. He literally said this. Just wait 10 or 15 years, and things will get better over time. Sure. I mean, I guess that's possible, but just suck it up and wait a decade and a half doesn't necessarily, it doesn't at all feel like something that's going to be very constructive for most people. Sam Lander says 10 or 15 years? Yes, that's not me making up a number. That was the actual phrasing said.
Barney. Barney. Do you hear me? Report in, damn it.
Sophie, it's Aiden. I found a radio. And a body. Male. White, bald man. I'm sorry, Sophie.
That's not Barney. That's Kojak. One of ours. Barney can't be far.
Investigation. Some information can be hidden in plain sight. To discover it, you need to use the investigation mechanic. To investigate an area, click in the right stick to use your survivor sense and look around for clues. Follow the leads as they create a path that will take you to your goal. If needed, use survivor sense again to refresh the leads. This mechanic has been in the game since about 10 minutes into the game. I remember at the very beginning we were hanging out with that dude, the dude who like gave us the package, or we gave him a package or whatever it was. He like introduced us to the idea of where Waltz was. In that first house, there was an investigation happening. So it's interesting to me that this is where we get the tutorial on how it works. Use your Witcher sense. Okay, we're definitely going to grab this. Okay, now before we go on with the investigation, there's a lot of these crystals, and I would like to get them.
Sophie, I found blood. It's fresh.
Hurry, Aiden.
Yeah, there's a ton of stuff around here. Like, we don't necessarily need to get those guys up, but we're going to go like this. Hold on. Artifact collectible. I like reading these as we pick them up. What I like about these is that they're really short. The GRE and pharma group Vitamin accused of attempting to create a bioweapon out of Haran virus DNA. It now appears almost certain that the GRE commissioned the big pharma group Vitamin to conduct secret research on the Haran virus as early as 2015. Sources say these experiments weren't meant to discover a cure, but to harness the virus itself as a deadly biological weapon that would go to the highest bidder once complete. By all accounts, it appears the GRE, despite its humanitarian face, harbors a deadly mercenary soul. Boy, they do not write that way in the United States. Maybe in an op-ed. Okay, so this area, if I did want to go in here... Oh, just that's all it took, huh? All three of them are up now. Okay, well, then let's get loud. You all can go back to sleep, or we can do that some more. I am really enjoying this bludgeon. When Mia plays this game, I recommend a big two-handed engine block. Okay, we don't necessarily need to get that guy up. Oh, hello! Hold on. Lucas says a lot of activity today, but that is in reference to... Yes, Patikin just raided over. Hello to Patikin. Fox McCloud was saying hello to everybody. Hello to Patikin and everybody raiding over. Patikin, I had a chance to hang out in your Power Wash simulator earlier, and you were doing... At first I mistook it for the satellite dish, and I was like, wow, is Patikin doing the satellite dish again? But then I recognized it as being that... It's sort of like out in the desert, and there's like a lot of piping, but I cannot for the life of me remember the nature of the facility. But it's the same one that we did during the Power Wash Heroes. Okay, hold on. The solar map, that's what it was. Okay, let me just look around here. It does look like there's at least one more crystal site. I don't know if I've gotten to that one. Oh, also, so, quick question for everybody. Did Vin Diesel do something? Because just like YouTube became rather enamored with the idea of introducing the entire feed on both of our computers to the idea that Steven Seagal is like a huge piece of shit. Now suddenly it's pushing multiple videos about how Vin Diesel isn't to be trusted or something. For the record, I neither trusted nor mistrusted Vin Diesel. I actually don't have that much of an opinion on his level of trustworthiness. I don't know him, and I find it unlikely that I'm going to know him. So I'm not really sure why YouTube wants to advance this. Let's go to... I'm going to have some shrooms. Okay.
How much does this shit weigh?
Sorry, that was very satisfying. Oh, for a second I thought that his guts fell out his backside, but no, it was somebody else's. He just landed on a pile of someone else's intestines. Okay. It is 5 a.m. I should know, it is 5 a.m., so I'm a little bit limited in the time that we have, and fortunately, I think that this is where we wanted to go.
Fuck! Now what am I supposed to do?
Barney? Are you?
Who the fuck are you?
Hey, Sophie sent me.
Yeah, right. And I'm a PK general. Whoever you are, fuck off! These are our crystals. You get it? You won't have...
Barney, open up.
Fuck off.
Sophie, I found Barney, but he's locked himself in a room.
He's alive. Good. A stubborn fucker. Just try and talk to him.
I'll try. Barney?
Go back to where you came from!
Hold on, can I pause this at all? So I just wanted to say hello to Lana the Plant Lady. Did I see that correctly? Yes, Lana the Plant Lady. I'm so sorry that I did not say hello earlier. Chat scrolled very quickly. We are going to continue with the cutscene. Patikin was asking if I had seen the video that he shared in Discord about Steven Seagal. I don't think that I did, but I will have to circle back around to see that.
Your sister is worried about you.
Don't you even... Keep Sophie out of it!
But it's true.
You're damn lucky I'm busy here, dipshit!
Barney, I'll count to 3. 1,
2, 3. Go the fuck away! You ain't getting a thing from me! Fucking shit!
great.
Can I turn on my flashlight again? I can't move. I just want you to know that. I need some shrooms. I really need some medicine. Okay, everybody relax. Okay, let me search what bodies I can. And... oh, I didn't know you could do that. Sorry. The thing that I just discovered is that if you hold in a direction on the D-pad, then you can set something to be or not be in the wheel. I had no idea you could do that outside the menu. It probably introduced that early on, but that's what this is, which is very cool. Okay, I'm gonna not take shrooms for 1 second, just in case there's a UV light in here.
Barney! Okay, that's it.
They gone?
Yeah, went out for some air. Your sister mentioned you're stubborn. She didn't say you were an idiot.
Hey, I should beat you down for that.
Here, take your radio. We're leaving.
No, Birdie. We gotta find Birdie.
Who?
He lured away the infected when they were about to get me down there. If not for him, I'd have ended up like Kojak.
You're in no condition to look for anyone.
He's just a kid, man. I promised his old lady I'd bring him back, understand? He drew those bastards to himself, you get it? So I could grab the crystals for the bazaar. I have to find him.
You're in no condition to search for anyone, Barney.
I'm not going back without him.
Where can I find him?
He was on the ground floor when those assholes surrounded me. They ran out after him through the side door.
Okay, you stay here and wait for my signal. I'll find your friend and then come back for you. Got it?
Hurry!
Do you mind if I hug your UV light really quick? Hold on. No, wait. Okay, I did get the benefit of it. Lana is saying, hold on one second. I don't know about the Fast X movie. There was some conversation about, like, Vin Diesel has been promoting the Fast and the Furious movie right now. Lana is saying, I don't know about the Fast X movie, but I'm super pumped for the Barbie movie. I will... Oh, hold on.
Blood. Must be Birdie's. Trail should lead me to him.
I'll be very interested to see what that movie turns out to be like, because Barbie has owned a lot of things, and Barbie has had a lot of jobs.
Not yet, but he was bleeding badly. I'm following the trail.
But one thing that Barbie has not had an excess of is personality, and that's by design. Like, that's not a criticism. Mattel has been upfront for years that they want to keep Barbie as undefined as possible, so that little girls can input into her whatever personality they want her to have. They don't want to make Barbie like, this is how she is and this is how you should play with her. And I remember that coming up when, I think it was either Toy Story 2 or 3, they had originally planned to have, like, a Barbie or Barbie analog, and she was going to be like this slick super spy who, like, had, like, all of this, like all of her various jobs were her cover for, like, her being like a super slick, like, Alias style secret agent. And Mattel put the kibosh in that and said, no, we don't want Barbie in the movie. We don't want Barbie to have a voice. And now they're doing a Barbie movie, so I'll be interested to see what it is.
I wasn't going down without a fight.
All right, let's continue to look around here. It's 6 a.m., so I'm a little nervous that we're going to run out of time before we get a chance to find... Okay. Oh, is it up here? Hold on. I think 8 a.m. is when the sun comes up, so we may only have that amount of time, and then we have to wait until tomorrow. So yeah, they definitely went up this way. To reiterate the same thing that Samlander and I were saying in the previous episode, he's like, wow, the movement looks like it feels really good. I cannot say it too much. I really can't.
Here, it's everything I have.
Happy birthday. Who are you?
A maiden. Can you move? Barney sent me.
Barney? Of course. Good old Barney. He made it out, right? He got the crystals?
Yeah, he did. All thanks to you, kid.
I pulled it off. Killed 3 infected. Did you see? Well, 2 were wounded already, but... Listen. It's my birthday today. And can I ask a favor? You see, over there, my radio. I have to call someone.
Here, but we gotta hurry.
Of course. I just gotta... Hello? Mom? You there? Mom?
Nathan? That you? What happened? Where are you?
It's all good, Mom. We're almost... Barney and me are just finishing up here.
Barney? He promised me that he'd keep you safe.
Don't freak out, Mom. Listen, we got him. The crystals. We got him. And I killed 3. 3 infected. I beat them, Mom.
We really need to get going.
Then get the hell out and get back here safe. Barney promised.
Sure. Soon. We'll be back soon, Mom.
Nathan, what's going on?
Barney. You there? Barney?
Aiden, you there?
Yeah, I'm just trying to reach your brother.
Barney's here already. Just arrived.
What? He was supposed to...
Didn't trust you. Thought you wanted to take the crystals.
But he sent me to check on his friend so he could sneak away?
It's not like that. Come back to the bazaar. I'll explain everything.
I gave you everything. I've nothing left.
Okay, someone's screaming for help, and I'd like to go help somebody after that, because he knows he's gonna die. He has this one last opportunity to talk to his mom. He's so weak that he can't reach for the radio that's right there. And he's like, can you hand me my radio? And he picks up the radio just to lie to his mom. And that's all he says, by the way. He doesn't say, I love you. He doesn't say thank you so much for everything. He doesn't apologize for some slight that's been on his mind that he never thought that he'd get a chance to say. He's just like, says, we'll be home soon. Everything's fine. I did it. Like, what I heard there is that he wants his mom to be proud of him, but now the last thing that his mom is ever going to know about him is that he said, I'll be home soon, and now she's going to be up the rest of the night and into tomorrow waiting. Like, do we know that Barney's going to go and tell her what happened? Or who? I think that's Barney. Barney's the guy that survived. That was Nathan that died, right? I'm just getting the names right. I don't know. That feels really shitty, is all. Oh, I have not read this. Hold on. Wow. Hold on a second. THV is extremely dangerous and highly contagious. Therefore, personnel are reminded to be as vigilant as possible to prevent its spread and must fully comply with all mandated safety protocols. The disease is comparable to rabies, though it has a shorter incubation period and spreads dramatically faster. What is that horrible sound? The virus degrades the nucleobasis of human DNA and affects the nervous system and motor functions in 4 stages. 1. Flu-like symptoms, severe coughing and respiratory congestion, profuse sweating, dilated pupils, fever, body aches and chills. 2. Body temperature rises to 43 degrees Celsius. I do not... anybody who, like, knows what's 43 degrees Celsius in Fahrenheit? It sounds extremely hot, but I don't know. Increasing delirium, physical degradation begins in the form of skin lesions. Stage 3, physical degradation accelerates, manifesting in muscle spasms and seizures. Subject loses ability to speak. Stage 4, turning point after which genetic mutations become irreversible. Currently in its testing phase, a device tentatively named the biomarker allows monitoring of THV infection and the ability to identify the stage to which the disease has advanced. Lana is saying it's about 109 degrees, almost 110. It's halfway, 109 degrees. Barney sounds like a coward that would not face the kid's mom. Exactly, Lana. That's exactly what I'm thinking. Like, and I like this game a lot. I don't currently have a lot of faith that it's going to allow me to go to Barney's mom, or Nathan's mom, and tell her anything. Well, that was a little premature. Okay. Oh, he's just completely gone. Nope. Yeah, it sure as hell did. I think the bolter went in through here. Like, I think it just ran through the building. Oh! I guess it decided to come back. And that's our nighttime. Okay, so one thing that didn't happen last night, I did not do the story mission, but I do feel like we can go... Hold on a second. Oh, no, that was the story mission. And yet, I feel like I have to wait until nightfall, which is a little weird. So, rather than just, like, waste the day, let's go take a look at something big has been here. And, yeah, if there's some other question marks that we can do, like whatever's over here, we'll get that on the way. Patikin's saying, I think it's about time for me to drop a lurk, trying to avoid story stuff. Oh, yeah, Patikin, completely understood. And I continue to feel like this game is going to be a pretty good recommendation.
Haven't seen my kids in months because of this ridiculous blockade at the center.
There we go. So that's the master windmill. And apparently I don't get to view those. There's a part of me that's like, maybe I shouldn't use the really good engine block for just the run-of-the-mill zombies, but then again, I feel like then I'm just going to wind up saving it forever. Okay, so I would like to do that quest, but that's going to fast forward tonight, and we've got like a question mark that we can go check out. So I want to check the move again, because I tried to do it earlier and failed. So the drop kick is look down and hold left bumper. Wait, I did the grapple. That was supposed to be a grapple. The other thing that I'd like to see is, I know that this is capable of being played in, in single player, but I'd be really interested to see Mia, like, do Dying Light. Sorry, I know this is capable of being played multiplayer, but I would be interested to see Mia do some single player stuff, because her Dying Light 1 playthrough was entirely multiplayer, and it is a different experience when you just have the freedom to kind of do what you're interested in. I think he probably saw me, though. You know, you get to pause and check out all of the... I really kicked the shit out of that guy. You know, look at the upgrades and visit the shops and... Okay. This guy's probably a jerk, right? Are you a bad guy? Well, he's not currently attacking me, so I'm not going to attack him. I'm looking for... Just yawning.
What's that there?
I'm looking for this question mark. Luca is saying, the day-night cycle doesn't fully work. The sun doesn't appear at the horizon. It just pops up in the middle of the sky and teleports a few more times across the sky, and then it just fades in and out. Nighttime is even worse, where the moon doesn't even move. Enjoy having this information in the back of your mind. No. Jab, whoops, hold on. Jab is saying he's a kid with a huge fever dying badly. I would not expect logic. That's fair. That's fair. I mean, especially if he's like, if the infection is taking over. Okay, can I get up on that? Okay. A parkour challenge. I don't think I'm going to do this. Stay on the rooftops, be smart about the path you choose, reduce landing impact with parkour roll. Well, let's give it a shot, because just because I couldn't do the last one doesn't mean I can't do this one. Let's start. I probably was meant to go through the building. B. Have I mentioned that I adore the soundtrack to this game? Oh. Okay, and now this way, I think. I think that the climbs there are ruinous to my time. I think that you need to pick a path that isn't gonna have you going through that animation, or possibly have an upgrade. This way. Wait, what did I do? Oh, silver medal! Look, we only missed it by like 3 seconds. Let's try it like at least once more. Wait, no, I'm gonna hit proceed because I want to make sure that it gets locked in. And then let me try it one more time. Because only by 3 seconds, that 3 seconds, this is gonna be like a Cara Luna now. Cara Luna has shared something that I feel like everybody in gaming has encountered, which is the fact that when they try to redo something with more information, then it's harder and they can't do it as well as they did it on their very first try ever. Jump! Jump! Oh, shit. Okay, that might have done it. Right. On something like this, there's also like a phase of memorization where you get, like, you know what your path is going to be, so you don't have to try to figure it out as you go. Like this right here. Was that it? I think I did it. Yeah! Look at that! And I wasn't even going to do it. Proceed. Okay. Okay. By the way, sorry, what even was the reward for that? I was looking at the goal, not the... Oh, we got a bunch of parkour XP. Now, Luca, or anybody that happens to know, do you get 150 plus 250 plus 500? Or is it just... Like, if you go from silver to gold, are you only getting 250 because that's the difference between the two? Not that it super matters, I'm just kind of curious. Unruly story, yeah, unruly quest. Then we've got that, yeah, which we've already unlocked as far as I know. And then... That's a... No, we did that one. That's the one that we just did. No, it's not. What? Okay, personal best. Sorry, and now I see it. And this is required scores. But I don't have a personal best on that one. Okay. Sorry, I'm just putting together what exactly I'm looking at. I don't see anything else in this particular area. So, yeah, let's head down over here and we can see Horseshoe Water Tower. Villador's water towers were built on sites where medieval watchtowers that protected the city from Viking and Saxon invasions once stood. They can still be made operational as long as somebody rises to the occasion. But that activity is locked, so we're going to have to do that a different day. We can do this. Yeah, let's get the windmill next. Because although it's bright and sunny out... feels like this is the time. Hello to Mentorman, who says, I'm the regional Dying Light expert. Well, I hope that you enjoy watching somebody who is most assuredly not a Dying Light expert. Wait, friend or foe? Friend, okay. I will say this to Mentormen, something that others have heard me say. I'm amazed that this game was in development hell for so long. Like, it just... Usually when a game is in development beyond a certain point, it comes out and it's Duke Nukem Forever. It's Battle Cruiser 3000 AD. It's... I'm trying to think of another example of a game that went way too long. And there are other examples. Oh, Dai Katana. You know, it's something that just... It's not even that it can't rise to meet expectations. It's more that whatever base concepts there were that it was being built around, the whole industry has now moved on. Like, there's an era where Duke Nukem Forever, in the form that it took, would have been very well received. The trouble was, that time was 10 years before it actually came out. But yeah, Fallout 76. Well, Fallout 76, I feel like, came out on time. It just wasn't any good. It's real bad. Mia's saying, I honestly thought I was the only one who experienced what Caroluna described, and then did a shout out for Caroluna. Thank you for that. Yeah, no, it's for sure. Like, I cannot possibly count or recount specific examples for you of the times that I did something and I did better on my first try than I ever did it again. Lucas saying hello to was asking what XP does when getting medals for the races stack. Yeah. Do you happen to know? Oh, that's a good question. If you get gold, you get all the XP for bronze, silver, and gold. Okay, so it's 500 plus 250 plus whatever the previous one is. That's cool. It makes it very lucrative.
Hey, little one. How are you?
I'm not little.
But hey, wait. We've met before. I'm Aiden. What's your name again?
Maya.
What are you doing here, Maya?
Looking for bandits. Gonna beat the crap out of them. But I'm hiding from the infected right now.
Ah, so what did these bandits do to you?
They stole lots of stuff. But the most important thing was... Oh, they're here.
There she is. You're done following us around, you little shit.
Told ya.
You're dead, kid.
Don't worry. How about I beat him up? Hide. This won't take long.
And avert your eyes, because this might get colorful.
End of the road, pal. You're mine.
Shit.
I got something.
Oh, I stole that man's baggy sweatpants. Okay, little girl, they're gone, and there are several unrelated blood smears over there.
Thanks. That was amazing. And gross, too.
And they're the ones who stole your stuff?
No, there were more of them before. The rest probably haven't.
What's this most important thing they took?
My music box.
Why is it so important to you?
It belonged to my mother. That's all I have left of her.
That does sound important.
You need to find it, and I'll let you keep it if you do. You did save my life. The bandits went into that building, overlooking a construction site on William the Ninth Road. You gotta get it from them. If you won't, then I will.
Whoa, little... I mean, my lady... Don't worry, I'll handle them.
If you can't find them, just stop and listen. The music box plays a melody like this.
No, I never heard it.
But they won't be there during the day. Go at night. They always go back to that building at night.
Why don't I take you home? Where do you live?
I'll go to the bazaar. By myself. I'm not a baby. If you don't want to keep the music box, you could sell it there. It's worth a lot.
Jab is saying, alternatively, you might get a Doom 2016 where they spent a lot of time trying to progress the game, wound up scrapping it and going back to yeah, they basically revisited their like base design doctrine and came out with something that was really good. I have Doom 2016. From what I've seen of it, it doesn't really look like my thing, but someday there will be a stream of it, like at least an audition stream, because sometimes things are more fun to play than they are to see. I know that Patikin had a really good time with both Doom and Doom Eternal. Mentorman is saying also about what you were asking earlier. Lana is saying that's Johann Brahms' Lullaby. Is that... Because that could really be it, like the actual name of that song. I desperately want... Like, someday I'd like a little girl like that. Like a sweet but precocious, very daring and adventurous little girl who so much wants her music box back. And it goes like this. Exit light! Oh, that would be so funny if that's the song she wanted back. Oh, it used to lull me to sleep. Mentorman is saying... Wait, no, it's about to scroll off the screen. Hold on. With what you were asking about earlier, the game was in development for so long, and with COVID happening during development, the team that's worked on it are very close to the game, similar to Dying Light 1, which is a godsend of a game too. They never just move on. They have ties to both games and are actually going to start putting bounties in Dying Light 2 so that you can get XP for your Tech GG account, which is probably like the meta account. But yeah, like that's this game of the set is much more to me of a Doom 2016, of like whatever development problems that it had, they worked them out. You know what this feels like? This reminds me of an altogether different zombie game, Days Gone, which was another game that I hadn't heard the most positive things about it, and then I played it for myself and was like, the hell is everybody talking about? This game is amazing. Like, it's really, really good. And it's so polished. And I understand intellectually that it wasn't that polished when it came out. Wait, hold on. We need to adjust our journal here. Oh, we're already on it. Okay, so we're gonna go this way. Ish. Sorry, I'm halfway listening to this conversation that you can sort of vaguely hear in the background, and now I'm moving further away, because I really like the woman introducing Sarah to everybody, and then the very first person like, oh, hey, Sarah. It's like maliciously mispronounces her name. Well, this looks like a better option to me. Also, like, it's been so long since I played the first game, but I don't remember the first game having such like an Assassin's Creed feel to it of, I want to go from here to there, and doing it on the rooftops are going to be the most important. So you start seeing the rooftops and all the various pathways as being like roads for you to travel on, and you start to recognize the visual language of the game to lead you through these. And then sometimes you just come to this, and I know, okay, just reliably always come in the wrong way. All right. Lana is, oh, hold on, that's the song. Lana is confirming that that's the actual name. Brahms' Lullaby.
The music box melody seems to be coming from that infected.
Another question for Mentorn Men. Do you happen to know if you use your melee weapon to... Oh shit! No! No! Hold on. I call shenanigans. That's not fair. He should not be allowed to sideswipe me from a floor away. Okay, at a minimum, I'm gonna go have some medicine. The question was supposed to be, do you happen to know if when using a melee weapon on a smashable object like that barricade, if that also does endurance damage? Which would be very easy to check by just like looking at the number and then smashing it and then looking at the number again. But if you happen to know. Okay, now it's telling me that this is a dark zone and whatever, I should come back tomorrow or at night, but I've got a full itinerary tonight. I kind of want to keep moving. Oh yes, please. There, what do you think of that? So there's some, like, just drone zombies over there. For some reason, the frame rate in this specific room is not holding up particularly well. Oh, shit. No! Not this guy! Okay, I gotta go. I just remembered I have a doctor's appointment. This is fine, though. Ooh, get up. Go through the door. So we'll just come back at night, I think. Let those guys rest, think about what they've done. Fox McCloud is saying, I always thought it was Rockabye. What are like the commonly sung lyrics to that? I thought it was like Go to Sleep and Good Night. Lullaby, little baby. Isn't it something like that, or am I thinking of something else? Okay, well, here then. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna return to going to this windmill. Oh, unless I can see like a different windmill over here somewhere. Okay, what is happening? There we go. You would think that a windmill would sort of stand out. I just find it interesting that there aren't any windmills sort of on this whole side of the map that I see so far. Peacekeepers, okay. Quarry and swimming pool. The vibration of the controller tells me that there's something over here near this, like, overpass, but it might be behind the overpass. Lana's saying, ah, yes, the doctor will see you for your injuries. They're pretty severe, doctor. I really got ripped up. And on that note, let me actually take a medicine. Because another thing that I appreciate about this game is that the medicines are really valuable. It's not like, oh, you'll just get your health back. You either buy them or you make them, and those are your options. Okay, let me just... There we go. That's what I think it was trying to point me to. Change the city alignment. Bring electricity to the zone and activate a safe zone. Well, that sounds like fun, but it's probably the sort of thing that you should do at night. Let's look at the marker on the map. It doesn't say that, but almost every time you go inside during daytime, it's like, oh, all the infected are here, so only losers are going to come in here right now. And it's because of that big, like, armor-plated zombie guy that I don't know if he's been named yet, but that type of zombie that just, like, one-shots me. Those guys seem to be inside during the daytime. I would love to know what this... Oh, is it a military convoy? Sure looks like it. The only trouble is that I don't see a safe way down. Okay, so there's a big oil spill here. Yeah, okay, let's try to do this like an adult might. I'm gonna grab some meat bait, and I'm gonna throw the meat bait into the middle of the oil slick. Or at least close-ish. And then we're gonna grab a Molotov. Now, this might not kill them all, but it's certainly going to thin the herd a whole bunch. Why are the sounds a lot more horrifying than normal? Okay, that takes care of the potential environmental hazard of that oil slick, since I will also be lighting guys on fire. And yeah, a bunch of them are dead. I would like to have my coins out, just because... That way, if I accidentally throw one, it's not a big deal. Wow, that was actually super effective. Oh, son of a bitch, come on! Okay, you've got to go, sir. You've really overstepped your bounds. I'm getting winded here, so let me just relax. God damn it! Their grab range is so much more than I think it's going to be. And yes, I'm very... Oh, boy. They're still kicking, by the way. What I'd like, and what I don't currently have, is a throwing knife to throw at that explosive, since it would be effective at taking them out. I also recognize that it would make a lot of noise, but it'd be cool, though. Hold on, let's do that, because... Yeah, hold on. We're gonna go to crafting, because I can make infinity of these, basically. The reason that I make them in small batches is that I'd like to also upgrade them, and I'm pretty sure that any that we create now then, like, sort of stick in the inventory until they're either used or sold. Mia is asking, does anybody here use the Cyrillic alphabet? Because there's a phrase I need translation for, and Google Translate has given me 3 options. Wait, were you saying Y as in yes? To Luca. Oh, but Luca is saying no. Mentorman is I'm gonna go continue my rounds. I'll be back in 10 if I'm lucky. Mentorman, if you're still in earshot, thank you very much. And sorry, let me just scroll back just because there can always be all of these comments that I miss. Hold on just one second. Yeah, I want to see the exact clip that Fox pulled. He usually pulls really good clips. Okay, I'm going to need you to step away. Okay. There'd better be some good stuff here, because this took some time off my weapon's life to get here. All right, quick scan of the environment says... Says not a lot, actually. I'm trying to remember if it was Dying Light or Dead Island that I remember Tom Chick in particular was like... I think it was Dead Island. And he was absolutely right about Dead Island when he said that in all of the pre-release marketing, and like if anybody remembers the pre-release marketing for Dead Island, it was inventive and really, really well done, but one thing that it did not show a lot of was zombies. And Tom Chick correctly pointed out that at any given moment in like the Dead Island like pre-release content, like the marketing, it showed you a whole bunch of like shots of like one zombie, two zombies over there. It didn't really look like it was going to be a game that handled hordes very well, but when the actual game came out, whether or not there was a technical limitation there or not, it never felt like it. And then Dying Light came out, and I think does a really good job of having just piles of corpses and... Oh, we can go in here. Jad was saying that Cyrillic, it's a Cyrillic alphabet. Several languages use that alphabet. Yeah, I think it might be that trying to move it into something that can be entered into Google in a way that Google can then translate from the language that it is, if I was to guess. Nope. Like, if this word or phrase were written in the Arabic alphabet, that's what we use, right? I think it is. I don't usually think of the name of our alphabet, but I'm pretty sure it's the Arab. Why does it not sound right? Can somebody please clarify for me the name of our alphabet? There's Cyrillic and there is... Wait, what the hell? Why was there an explosion that I did not set off? Hold on. I'm just going to get out of here. I don't really perceive a lot of benefit here. I kind of cleaned up that area. Okay, it is now almost 1,500 hours, so I want to go over this way. I am embarrassed that I'm not remembering the name of the alphabet that we use in the United States. Because it is something that I have known at previous points in my life. Oh, hey everybody.
Everyone, this is Sarah.
Oh, the group that's introducing Sarah. We're gonna let them go because we've heard a good chunk of their dialogue. Here are my thoughts on being eaten by a zombie that nobody really asked for. If you've ever bitten the inside of your mouth or like your tongue and it really hurts, now just imagine that happening, except it's your arm or somebody. Like, it just feels like, it just seems like it would be the most painful thing. Okay, he is no longer going to sound his horn.
Don't let him run.
Okay, but I don't want to be in that chemical area. Okay. So, oh, there it is. I was like, this really doesn't look like a structure I can climb, but the actual thing that I'm looking for is behind it.
Inhibitor container detected.
Okay, well, we might swing back for that in a bit, and or at night. By the way, I want to get that music box. Like, I know that I want to do the next beat of the story and stuff, but I want to get that music box. Because I feel like I need to square up with that big guy. That big guy who blew up the gas can in my hands. You guys, it was one of those things where you could just see it happening, and I could not get my character back to his feet. Hello to Lilback. Latin alphabet, is that it? I had to look it up. Okay. Thank you, Jab, who I'm relieved that another person had to look it up. Arabic numerals, that's what we use. I was like, the Arabic alphabet, that doesn't sound right. We use Arabic numerals, but the Latin alphabet. Okay. Thank you for looking that up. Okay, I'm gonna have a quick medicine. Oh, and hello to Brian! Sorry, let me just roll it back real quick. Fox McCloud is saying silence. Here are my thoughts on being eaten by a zombie that nobody asked for. Brian is saying to Mia, sorry that he couldn't be in the stream. Brian, I will speak aloud for Mia here because she feels about it the same way that I do. You need never apologize for not being able to visit for a stream. We are always very, very glad when you can. Oh boy. When you can be around, but anytime work, real life, personal needs, or even just your current interests take you away, then, you always do what's best, and we'll be very glad to have you back the next time around. Mia is amending it slightly. She's saying the only people that need to apologize for missing your streams are me, Chivalry, and Dog. Okay, we have a new safe zone. And we're going to find the closest zip line and just do it this way. Oh. Yeah, Brian, how's your weekend been? Hopefully pretty good. I'll share here. I hope that Mark Quack's weekend went okay. He had a call that was due to be made, and he wasn't sure how it was all going to go down, and I just hope that things are okay for him. So we're at 20 of 24. So at a minimum, let me start by getting rid of all of our white colored weapons. Like, we'll go with green, blues, and oranges for now. That leaves us with 9. That's enough to survive for now. Like, my engine bludgeon is almost gone, And when it is, we'll, you know, mix up another one. Yeah, this engine bludgeon. Which, by the way, hold on. We should probably see if we can mod right now. Yes. Because its durability is already down. And yeah, we can increase this a lot. So, applies toxic to one enemy in front of you, making him double over. When he does, you can use him as a platform for vault kick. We don't really have that one leveled up. I've had a lot of luck with the spark mod so far. Yeah, we're going to do that. Luca, since Mentorman has stepped away, as far as I know, you can only put in one tip mod. But can you put in like a flame mod, and then if it's a higher level spark mod, then you can do it? Because I've always put in the best mod that I had available. I'll tell you what. Let's give it a shot. And then, yeah, no, I cannot do that. That's fine, though. You know, we'll just have that flame mod. And then we'll do a flame... You know what? Let's do a venom mod. We haven't even tried that yet. And then this one would require 2 blades, and I've got 1. Luke is asking, is anybody here into techno? Luke has never played Dying Light 2, only 1. Okay. Figured it was worth an ask. So I don't want to wait until night. At least not yet. We do have some places that we can examine around the world. So if I look to the north and then northeast, we should be able to see something. North and then northeast is over here. So... It is vibrating like mad, but it's not... Oh, there we go. Okay, a military airdrop. Okay, and now it's not vibrating at all when I look over here. Oh, here we go. We do have something new. I feel like I can't yet interpret the intensity of the pulses. Like that's very strong right there, the vibration, and yet it doesn't lock in on anything, which probably means that it's obstructed by the trees. I don't quite have enough view to be able to see it. But we did start with this. Oh, well, a Night Runner's hideout. I think that it's always a good idea to have a bunch of those, because you never know when you might get just accosted. Uh-oh. Okay. I might be on the entire wrong plane of existence. We're gonna go sideways, even though I'm not... Oh yeah, hold on. Well, I'm gonna run out of stamina here. Okay, let's try something new. I feel like the gaps there are too big to be able to do it. That yellow pole, can I climb that? Nope. At least he didn't feel like grabbing hold of it as I fell. Let's see if we can climb up on top of this motel. Somehow. Can these awnings hold my weight? Of course they can. It's a video game. Okay, now up. Okay, my head is brushing barbed wire, so it doesn't seem like I'm meant to go up this way beyond this point. I am tantalizingly close to a... inhibitor container. Chemical area. Wait, what chemicals? Oh. The giant green swamp over there. Oh, by the way, to answer Luca's question, no, I'm not very familiar with techno in general. I think Ricardinho likes to listen to techno, but I couldn't positively swear to it. This does not look climbable. No, and there's barbed wire partway up as well. There's no open windows. And then there's a big bridge. Cool. Well, this is higher than I've been previously. So, I could jump to there and then maybe sidle my way up to there. That seems more sensible than anything else I've got going on. Ugh. Can I kick this ladder down? Okay, that should make this a lot easier next time. And by the way, I'm pretty sure that's the first ladder that we've kicked down in the game. Now it'll tutorialize that in episode 10. No Oats, hello to you! How well do you think that you would last in a zombie apocalypse? 0 days. I don't think that I am built to survive in the zombie apocalypse. I would do my best, but I feel like the terror of a completely soulless, thoughtless, ravenous legion of enemies that cannot be reasoned with, cannot be convinced, and are never ever going to stop coming after you. I feel like the crushing reality of that would get inside of my head really, really quickly. Oh, that is all sorts of stuff that I can't get to. Oh, there it is. There's the inhibitor container right there. And I bet we can open this door to get out once we're there, but this is not the way that we're going to do this. And the sun is getting low in the sky. So we're going to... What is this pole that has the arrow that points this way? It's like... Oh, is it pointing me towards that amortizer? That's a zip line that comes down. Okay, hold on. I didn't really want to do that. Okay. Maybe I can swing over to that other rope. It looks way too far to me. You guys, this is way too far. I'm gonna do my best, but... Okay. At least I kicked down that ladder, right?
Inhibitor container detected.
Oh, does Luca have to turn in? A soulless group that can't be reasoned with. So, capitalism, says No Oats. Mentorman said I'd survive at least a few years, or at least I got a large hit of loneliness. Samler says I'd last at least a week. We have that much food in the house. Mia says Chivalry and I feel like we'd do just fine in a zombie apocalypse, which terrifies me, but Shiv is fine with. Jab says not long. I'm too old. Run, or hard to run if you need a cane to walk. Yeah, when I was younger, I was like, oh my god, what's the big deal? As I've gotten older, the idea of beating a human being to death with something or shooting them in the head is not something that I would like to do very much of in my life. You guys, I'm just saying I don't know where to go from here. I can't go up or in any place over here. The airdrop is up there. The safe zone is over there. The rope is sort of dangling in the wrong direction. I don't know. Oh my god, it did work. I guess I didn't have enough momentum. Okay. Enough momentum last time. It was the only thing that made any sense at all. So I was just like, let me give it one more shot. Well, this is not going to go my way. If it was facing away from me, I'd be able to do it, but... Okay. Wow. I honestly did not think... I thought I was going to have to leave and come back later. I was like, I can't figure this out. But here we go. Oh, Mentorman has a good idea. Jab could get, like, a sword cane, like from Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Okay, now we do have that airdrop over there, which we've never been to one before.
Inhibitor container detected.
So let's find out what this is about. Oh, we got a rare headgear. And electronics. Military tech. Okay. Now, how do I get down from here? Because again, that rope feels way too far away. But it is long, so let's give it a shot. It's fine. Okay. Whoa. I think, yeah, I'm gonna tell you guys, I think there's some guidance there. Because I was not as sure-fingered as that looked like it was on the screen. So I think the game helps you out to make that jump. And I am fine with that, by the way. Because jumping to a beam that narrow. Mentorman is asking, what quest are you on? Well, at the moment, now that it's nighttime, we're going to return to... Sentimental value. Yeah, bandits have robbed Maya's family. The girl has asked me to retrieve a souvenir, a music box that was very valuable to her. So let's think about how we want to handle this. First of all, the weapon that I have is about to break, so it's probably not a great idea for me to feel invested in that. Also, I feel like... Yeah, let's actually think about this. So, I do the most damage with a unique two-handed mace. I have already modified it in all the ways that I can, so we're going to leave that as it is. I probably want to have some more medicines. Sorry. Let's go to crafting. And we're going to craft... What's this? Immunity booster. I don't think I knew that I knew how to make these. Let's have... Wow, we can craft... Oh, there it is. The thing is, I kind of want to save my chamomile for this. Let's craft 5 medicines. And then if I have... Yeah, we'll craft some... Craft a couple immunity boosters, just to have those as well. Okay. I want to have full health, so I'm going to use a medicine right now. It feels a little wasteful because, like, we're gonna go... It's sort of, like, overcharging us, but that's fine. And now... we're gonna go... here. I will scavenge inhibitors later in the night. I want to do this. I want to get the music box back. So now, all I need to do is figure out how to get... Can I slide down this? No, that's holding the beam. Can you slide down a rope? I've never tried. I'm gonna press down. No, I feel like I can swing. So jumping onto that, there's got to be a way down from here. Like, jumping onto that car roof, that can't be it. I know that you don't take damage when you jump on car roofs, but that's a little silly. I'm just letting you guys know, I do not see a way to get down from this safe zone. Jody K is asking the rope. Well, I can swing across with the rope, but I can't slide down the rope that I can find. And then over here, I don't seem to have any other good options to get down either. Well, this could be safe? Question mark? Ugh. That doesn't feel like the way that you're intended to get down, but it did work. And now, yeah. Oh, you know what? You know what? I might have been able to jump to here from up there. I just didn't see it. Okay, let's go on towards the music box quest. So while we're running, earlier today, came across a video that appears to have been made by a very interesting person who has apparently dedicated a good chunk of the last few years to proving that Genevieve Bujold was bullied and chased out of being the captain on Star Trek Voyager. A charge that no one, including Genevieve Bujold, has made. This is something that this person has invented inside their head and have all sorts of videos up on their channel. Like, there's a whole playlist dedicated to this idea that producer Rick Berman bullied her and made the working environment completely untenable, and that's why her performance in the release dailies are so bad and all this other stuff. And it's like, okay, even Genevieve has never said that. And please forgive me if I'm mispronouncing her name. I'm going to get my own video series from this person now about how I'm bullying her, because I'm not 100% sure how it's meant to be pronounced. The story is, according to everyone who was actually there, was they had a few choices on who they thought they might want to have play Captain Catherine Janeway. And Kate Mulgrew would have been at the top of the list, except that they had an Academy Award-winning actress that was expressing an interest in taking on the role. And her name was Genevieve Bujold. And the studio absolutely adored the idea of having the first female captain on a mainline Star Trek series being also an Academy Award-winning actress. So there was a lot of pressure from above to put her to get her into the role and to make any concessions necessary to help that to happen. Sorry, I have a howler or whatever right there. So we want to try to skirt that whole situation. Shit. No. Okay, so this is not going to go well. Sure, we'll just hang out here for a while. And the thing about doing episodic, television is it's awful. It's awful. It's a terrible job. You have to work. You have to go to wherever the show is being filmed, and you have to basically work all day, every day, 6, sometimes 7 days a week. You got to shoot these 14-hour days, especially if there's any sort of outdoor work being done. You have to make the most of your time. Hold on, I've never tried to do this. I'm gonna hide here for a minute. Nope, that's not gonna work. Somebody found me. Okay, everybody just relax. Chase ended. Okay. I still have time to go this way. And as it turned out, Genevieve was... Genevieve is a French-Canadian actress. English is not her first language. Mention is saying people are so scared of chases until you're at the point of destroying them with electricity. I do have some electricity, but not enough, I don't think. Okay, that's probably my best bolter chase yet. Okay. Sorry, and let me... So can I switch what's in here? No. Okay, hold on. Let me go to inventory, because specifically I wanted to make sure... I wanted to get my, immunity... Oh, that's the wrong tab. So I do have an immunity booster ready. And I do have some shrooms ready. And I have a different immunity booster ready. Okay, so let's not do that. Let's replace this one with the ones that I just crafted. Which ones did I thought I made like 5, and I don't even see them in here. No, I made 3, and I haven't taken any. That's weird. That's super weird. What I wanted was if I had another rage booster. Immunity booster, shrooms, immunity booster, and then medicine. Oh, regeneration booster. Yes. Let's take that. Let's have that ready. We're going to take that when we get close to it. And it is right here. So, anyway, the people actually making the show didn't really feel like Genevieve was going to be a good fit for the show. Genevieve wasn't super interested in doing the show, but I guess talked it over with her family, and her family thought that it would be cool, so she was sort of like talked into doing it that way. And then she got on set, and possibly because English is not her first language, reportedly had a lot of difficulty with the dialogue. Star Trek has a lot of nonsense in it. It has just a lot of gibberish that doesn't mean anything. Warp cores and nacelles and EPS conduits and tachyon bursts. And every other damn thing. Hold on. So I'm going to take this immunity booster. Oh, come on, man! Everybody back off. Why are we in a chase? Hold on, whatever. And then ultimately the studio wound up going with Kate Mulgrew, who was frankly who they wanted to have in the first place. And I'm just letting you know that if you are currently sending a DM or typing in a chat that, well, Kate Mulgrew wasn't a good captain or whatever, strong disagree. I think that Kate Mulgrew is is an absolute treasure. Sorry for the frame rate. I don't know what it's doing here, and I don't know how to get up to that next level at all. There doesn't seem to be... Oh, can I just climb on these? Okay, let me go over. Boy, this building is really giving the frame rate some difficulty. Okay, so there's the Music Man. So what I want to do, I want to take another immunity booster. That gives me 4 minutes. Now, I want to go here and I want to take a regeneration booster because I'm about to take a lot of damage. And I do see you over there, sir. Ouch. And the thing is, what sucks is that I don't think Star Trek Voyager is a particularly good show, and I think that it completely fails to live up to its potential. I feel like the marketing on it was deliberately deceptive, and well, hold on, I'm fighting, so a lot of this is probably non-audible. Ow. Hold on. I'm out of stamina. Okay. Wow, this was way easier during the nighttime. Okay, so what I was saying there, and it was probably non-audible due to the, the fighting and the actual zombie that I'm fighting. I think Star Trek Voyager is, at best, a deeply troubled show that along the way had some truly good episodes and some overall very, very good performances from a wide array of very talented actors. I feel like the television series failed to live up to its premise. And that in some cases, I feel like the marketing, like what they sold the show as being, was outright deceptive. So I'm not, and by the way, when I say they, I mean the producers. I mean the people that made the show, not the people that acted in the show. Hello to Dougler. Jab said. Okay, hold on. Sorry, a lot happened here in chat while I was running and trying to get here on time. But yeah, Jody K, thank you for the suggestion for the rope. It did take us to the right location. Jody K does not like Janeway. Mentorman is saying, oh, people are so scared of chases. Jab is saying sword canes are legal here. So I researched them, and when I had to get a cane, the trouble with them is that you get a bad cane and a bad sword. Oh, wow. Fox is saying, Angel's character looks like what people in the 1990s thought the future would look like. You're absolutely right, Fox, and I love it. I look like George Carlin's bodyguard from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Jab says, I need a good cane. There's not going to be a gentleman's walking stick, which is what they all are. It's why the Brits call them sword sticks. I settled for a nice, stout, strong piece of hickory. And then Dougler was asking Janeway. Douglas says, I enjoyed it, which might be her performance. Jody K did not. Sam Linder said, I enjoyed Next Generation the best. DS9 was okay. I love DS9. I think DS9 is really good, personally. I did enjoy what little Voyager I saw, and I didn't really see enough of the rest to form opinions. Jody K asked Sam Linder if he's watched Discovery, and Sam Linder says, I have no access. I've shared thoughts on Discovery. I think that Discovery is... I think Discovery gets off to an almost comically bad start and then gets much, much better. But yeah, the best quote that I ever heard about Star Trek Voyager, and one that I've shared here on the stream before, but I can't take credit for it, is Star Trek Voyager is a great premise and a great cast and some great episodes and great effects work and like sets for the time as well. And the worst part about Voyager is the television show Star Trek Voyager. And the person who said that is 100% right. Voyager had everything going for it and managed to be kind of a big mess. But I would submit that Kate Mulgrew was definitely one of the things that... And by the way, if anybody wants to, like, contest this, go ahead and type in, like, Star Trek Voyager, Original Janeway, Genevieve Bujold, Bujold, I think is how it's spelled. You go ahead and watch her performance, and then you get back to me. Come on back and tell me how she would have been a better pick for that role. Because she was the preferred pick for that role. I do need to take some sort of medicine, and I should have a lot of these. This is going to restore 80%, and I think I'm going to need them. So let's equip. And then I'm going to, yes, press A. There we go. It's another 5 minutes. I usually want to take those when I'm stuck deep someplace, and... Oh, but let's definitely switch it away to something else, because I don't want to take one of those by accident. Press the wrong button, hold the wrong button, next thing you know, just burned pretty valuable immunity booster. Okay, that's not something that I can get. And that is everything from in here. Yeah, this building, the frame rate just absolutely hates it. There we go. Okay, and back outside. So, there was another thing that we could do right in the area. Oh, I wouldn't mind getting the oak windmill, but... this, genomics center. If we have time, let's go do that, because I want to get the upgrade points. Oh, and by the way, also, I want to be very careful about being misinterpreted as being somebody who's going to defend producer Rick Berman, because this guy had a lot of bad ideas for a lot of years, and I think is probably, as much as anyone can be, as much as any one single person could be blamed for the shortcomings of Voyager, I think that he's the guy. And you need look no further than the people who were on Star Trek Voyager. Garrett Wang, who played Harry Kim, has openly told the story about how when the show started, Rick Berman brought everybody. Hold on, it's being loud again. One second, let me just... Okay. Sorry, I wanted to make sure that we got these crafting supplies, and it's tough to do when you're getting pawed. Garrett Wang has talked about when the show launched, okay, everybody, let's go do the pilot. Rick Berman brought everybody out for luncheon, and at that luncheon, he said, okay, just to let you know how this works, I need all of the human characters to play it really flat, because we need the human characters to be really kind of emotionless and sort of like military. So we need you to dial it way down, and in that way, we're going to make the alien characters more believable. And Garrett Wang thought that was super weird to be telling people to not act well in order to make make other characters more believable. But he said, well, I was a young actor. This was my first big gig. I figured I'll just go along with it. Oh, and by the way, Rick Berman said, you're going to play the characters the way that I say you're going to play them. And if I don't like the way that you're playing them, I'm going to send you a memo. Like, I'm not going to talk to you. I'm going to send you a memo about the scenes that you need to reshoot. And that's how Rick Berman, reportedly, ran Star Trek Voyager. That really sucks. I feel like that's a bad way to talk to people. I think that's a bad way to treat your professionals. You hired these professional actors to be professional actors. So, yes, there's room to give them notes. There's room to say, you know, here's how we envision the scene and stuff. But to start by telling them, okay, we need you to be kind of emotionless and flat so that the alien characters will come off to the audience as being more believable. What the hell are you talking about? And this, by the way, this isn't some weird conspiracy theory that I'm spinning. This is from the people that were on the show. And stories that stories that he tells in front of other people, like his co-stars on the show, not a single person there says, no, that didn't happen. I think Tim Russ said that he didn't remember that, but then again, they all remember a lot of different things from different points in time. Robert Picardo, who played the Doctor, yeah, there's not going to be a UV light inside of here, I'm going to say. Let's have a shroom first, and then we'll see what we can get up to. Robert Picardo said that he does remember the luncheon. God damn it. Hey, at least it was only a shroom, right? It wasn't like one of those 80% recoveries. Okay. It is, oh boy, it's 7 a.m. Well, let's get what we can, and if we can't get a bunch, so be it. Oh, no, this is going to be the stairwell that we used to get out. I'm learning the layout of these guys, and that's not going to be the way that we want to go. Jody K's back to lurking while playing Octopath. Jody K, thank you very much for the lurk. Hold on. Oh, but Robert Picardo shared from that same luncheon, like he does remember the luncheon, but he says that the thing that really stood out to him was Rick Berman saying, you know, wow, what a great cast. And as I look around at all of your hopeful, excited faces, it's hard to believe that just 5 years from now you'll all be suing Paramount. Which, like, you know, and he tells it as a funny story, and yes, I agree very much that that's a joke. But Garrett Wang said that, like, Rick Berman was dead serious on the, like, if you have too much emotion, if you, like, portray your character as having human-like reactions to things, then you'll have to reshoot the scenes. He said that he had to reshoot a whole bunch of scenes at first, and said that nobody got it worse than Kate Mulgrew. Like, Kate Mulgrew was made to reshoot because Rick Berman wanted her, like, flatter, less... Oh, that's the end of night. So this is going to get kind of hairy from here on out, but we're still going to see what we can get before the infected show up in force. We'll have to come back here, like, right at nightfall next time. I'll also say that Rick Berman himself does have a response to some of the things that have come out about the show and some of the criticisms, and he says that a lot of, like, especially the fixation on hair. For those who don't remember, who didn't live through this era, the hair, particularly of the women on Star Trek shows, was a major fixation, and there were all sorts of dictates that came around saying, Marina Sirtis, you got to change your hair. It's too high. It's too voluminous. It's too flat. Change it. Change the hair. And Catherine Janeway, it took her a while to get her hair out of that kind of like very rigid bun that it was in for a long time. Well, according to Rick Berman, and I'm not disinclined to believe him here, a lot of that fixation came from the the head of the studio. It wasn't him. It wasn't executive producer Rick Berman, but rather, and he said the name and I don't remember it right now. The head of the Paramount Television Studio division, like, just had really, really strong opinions on hair. And it wasn't just the women, by the way. Like, apparently Commander Archer, Scott Bakula's hair was changed up a few times. It was a real thing. Mentorman is saying I'm going to go ahead and lurk and grind some more in Dying Light 2 on my end. If anybody needs me, I'm still listening. Well, thank you very much. Sam Leonard saying, have you figured out why they sometimes don't die, Angel? When you do the chokeouts, I absolutely have not. It feels... Oh, we should have asked Mentormen that. Mentormen, I don't want to take you away from your game, but if you are in earshot, I have a very specific question that has been flummoxing me in this game. In the first and second episodes... Okay, hold on. We definitely need to charge up. In the first and second episodes, I would go into a dark zone like this, and I would go up behind a zombie, and I would try to choke him out, and the zombie would break free and turn around and attack me. So I figured, oh, even though it says takedown, maybe you can't, maybe that's not reliable, or I need like a better upgrade for it, so I stopped trying to do it. And then, around episode 3, I discovered actually doing behind-the-back takedowns are incredibly efficient. And you can clear entire rooms of zombies by simply taking a few moments to go around behind them. And then I couldn't figure out... why it had been so unsuccessful earlier. And then as recently as the last stream, I came into an environment just like this, and I went to try to choke people out, and it wasn't working again. And I don't know what the pattern is. It's like some zombies you just can't choke out. And if I'm meant to like be able to know which is which, like, oh, this is a zombie that I can definitely choke out, and here's another one that I can't. I don't know what the logic to it is. All right, so I'm gonna say that if we go further, there's a 100% chance that I'm going to interact with one of those big tough guys that's just gonna like swipe me to death. So instead, we're gonna leave and make a plan to come back tomorrow night. Mentorman says if, and I'm saying if, your level is higher or the same as the zombie, you can kill them. If you're lower level, then the zombie can do lots of damage. You can do lots of damage, but not kill it. Thank you, Mentormen. So, that may explain why it's not clear to me, because I have turned off the view like the zombie health bars and stuff, and I think that would also show the level. And by the way, now that I know that there is a logic to work and I've like chosen to shut that off, I'm actually perfectly comfortable with not knowing, because what it means is that like if I'm in a zone like that, well, I'll try to choke him out, but I don't actually know if it's going to work. And if it doesn't, it's probably reasonable to assume that the other zombies in that area also cannot be choked out. I didn't see the overpipe. Thank you for the explanation, because I really was confused by that. Jody K. Well, sorry, Jab is saying, that's so strange. I mean, DS9 was running at the same time as the first season of Voyager, and they were running mad on DS9. I feel like probably by that point... Okay. Sort of thought you'd grab one of those, sir, but... Also say... Shit. Okay, that's gonna make a lot of sound. Terry Farrell from Deep Space Nine has also shared stories about, like, she had trouble with the Star Trek technobabble. You know, it's really difficult to deliver lines that are not in your native language, or complete gibberish, which is what a lot of Star Trek stuff is. And when you're the science officer on Deep Space Nine, which was her role, you probably have a higher amount of technobabble, as it's called, than a lot of the other actors. So Terry Farrell said that the way that they elected to help her with this was to publicly hire an acting coach to help her out and to make sure that everybody on the cast, each and every person, knew that Terry Farrell needed some additional assistance. I don't want to say that that was like season 5 or whatever, but it's just to say that, wow, you guys, I'm so good at defeating the bandits. Which is definitely what I was doing. So I want to go over there, and I'm just trying to figure out how to safely get down from here. Oh, the electricity guy! Awesome! Hold on. Wait, we can totally do this. He's the one guy that I'm well prepped for. Let's go to inventory, and let's go to here. And I've got a couple of these. So yeah, let's let these guys like work out their business. Jeff really liked Terry Farrell on the show. Yeah. No, she was great. And I've always wondered, and I don't have an answer for this, I've always wondered, why did she want to leave at the, you know, just before the final season? Like, it was well known that it was going to be the final season. I'm not sure that did very much, but... Okay, I'm going to take this... Well, this is off to a bad start. Hold on. Sure. So this has gone almost as bad as it could have gone. And yes, I did set off an explosion, and yes, that does draw zombies. I just didn't realize it'd be quite this many, maybe. I am low on health, that's true. Oh shit, that's gonna blow up now! Awesome. Well, maybe I can not be here? Mentorman is saying that you can tell your level from the top corner of the screen. By the way, my electricity... Oh no, it's still active. Shit! This is bad. I'm out of stamina. Okay, just fucking whatever. Okay, while you guys are getting shocked, let me just have some medicine real quick. Ow! Okay, really overcommitted on that. Okay, this will be fine. Get up. Okay. I do see those scratches there also. I'm just... Ouch! Okay, this is... I feel like this bludgeon is, like, way... I feel like it's draining stamina more than my orange one used to. Oh, boy. That went negative according to plan, but we did make it through. Jody K saying, I feel like my comments always get ADHD'd. Jav is saying, Doug is saying that's because you done fucked up, but it was almost certainly in response to something that I did. Jab is saying Star Trek shows are always 7 seasons if they can make it. Plus the story of the war pretty much mandated it would be the last season. But 7 years is a long time to do hard work. Yeah, it really is grueling work. Pay was not that good on that network as well. It's a lot of time to spend away from friends, from family, from the life that you want to have. Like, unless you want to like reroute your entire life to like living in Los Angeles or whatever, which is like, you know, extremely expensive. You have to spend a lot of time away from the people that you care about in order to do that. People, and this includes me, by the way, for a lot of time, you see television, you know, it looks very glamorous, and it looks like, oh, well, like Lost. The people who made Lost, they got to, like, live in Hawaii for a lot of time. But the thing is, they weren't touristing, they weren't sightseeing, they were making a television series. And a lot of it was shot outside, which is really difficult to do. You've got to match up the time of day and the lighting and the weather and all this other stuff. So you're under extreme time constraints and a lot of pressure to get things done. It's not pleasant work. It's not easy work, is where all of this is going. I think that I'd like to get this windmill while we're close to it. Close-ish to it. I mean, yeah, working on a television series, there's way worse jobs out there. But I can say, I can envision why somebody would want to stop for sure. Especially if they weren't having a very good time of it. Terry Farrell, by the way, Terry Farrell is also one of the people who, after the passing of Rene Auberjonois, which I may be pronouncing correctly, he was the actor who played Odo, described him as having gotten so terrifyingly angry at her that she felt compelled to really step up her performances, that he helped to make her a better actor by being enraged at her. It's... I shared this back at the time that it happened. There was a tribute that I saw because the Star Trek cast lost both Renee and... It's the guy that played Nog, and I don't remember his name right off the top of my head. And so in a single event, because they passed very near to one another in time, at a single event, I'm not here. Hold on. Guys, I can't find, like, the giant windmill. There it is. At a single event, they paid tribute to both of them. And, again, I don't want to get involved in a lot of, like, conspiracy theory making, because I'm not there. I don't know these people. They know each other. I'm saying there was a marked difference in the way that they memorialized the dude who played Nog. Wasn't it Aaron something? I do not remember his name. the way that they talked about him, he was this wonderful soul. He always made everybody laugh. He always made everybody feel like a part of things. Like they always looked forward to any episodes that they got to shoot with him. And Renee was a really dedicated actor, very strong into his craft. You definitely had to make sure that you were on point when you were working with Rene Auberjonois, because he would absolutely let you know if you were not up to his standards. And they weren't like insulting him, and it did feel like they respected him, but they didn't have very warm things to say about the man. And I remember thinking, like, boy, I wouldn't want to be remembered this way. So anyway, I just brought that up, is that, like, she specifically was a part of that event that I saw, and I'm just saying that there might have been other reasons beyond the pay and the acting lessons and the Rick Berman of it all that she might have said, no, I'm good, thanks. I'm gonna go do something else with my life. Okay, I don't know what those symbols represent to me, so let's find out. Rooftop outposts were designed as rear bases to support peacekeeper operations throughout the city. They might also host specific peacekeepers needing aid and services. All right. I mean, I've got several hours before it's nightfall. Oh, and I've got a skill, by the way. Yeah, I wasn't... It told me a couple times about this. I want them to move faster on ledges. Definitely. So we've got that. And now, head stomp. Yeah, I also want head stomp. Because you can just, like, end guys that are on the floor. So we are all set there. Okay, if there's a shop here... Oh, well, there's a quest.
Darn. I'd help you, but I don't know how.
The quest is... Well, it's 60 meters this way. I just don't see exactly where. Oh, apparently it's at the peacekeeper thing.
Inhibitor container detected.
And there is a marketplace here.
No one can beat PK prices. Don't get dizzy shopping now.
Okay, I'm gonna sell this like random bat that I don't really need.
PKs could really use this, citizen.
I'm gonna double my money by selling all of my valuables. Now, what do you sell? I'd actually rather learn to make this, but you know what? Let's have a fire resistance booster, at least one, because that would have gone way better if I'd had that. I do still have an electricity booster, so I'm all set there. And then the rest of this stuff, I'm going to say that I don't really need.
Tell your friends about us.
Mia is saying, oh, hold on.
Selection is here.
Doogly was asking, Mia, are you saying that Angel Dorset tones couldn't attract a bear? I thought you were his friend. Mia's saying, LOL, I'm just saying that it's noise and I won't have to sing as I walk. Well, now I do feel bad, because Mia's singing is great. Oh. Okay, we've got something out here to get.
I hope you find Commander Lucas's murder quickly. The mood in the bazaar is deteriorating.
Okay, well, if you want me to find him quickly, or find the murderer quickly...
You feel like having yourself some fun?
Wait, heal? Oh, you're supposed to tap it. Can't use here. Oh, I've had my daily allotment of rations. Okay.
Were you hitting on me, buddy?
Not at all. Although, Ah, no, something else. You see what life has done to you? Even your reaction to the word fun proves it. Entertainment? What's that? Playing a guitar? Talking around a campfire? Drinking till you drop? Nobody knows how to party anymore. And people need to unfucking wind. Otherwise the stress is gonna kill you. So, what did I do? I created this great game. Ultimate because it's one and only and bestest. Fury because it's fueled by emotion. And the last part, wait for it, cricket. Ultimate Fury cricket.
Cricket.
Yeah. Used to be a sport where you hit a ball with a bat. In my game, instead of the ball, you have infected.
And what's new about fighting the infected?
What's new is that you just make pure fun out of it. How about that? No jobs, people trying to get you to rescue them, no clearing out buildings. You just get out there and take your frustrations out on the fuckers. Wasn't that what certain sports like boxing were always about? So if you feel like it, just step into the arena and pick up the mace. Oh, and by the way, you can earn cash money. Just promise me one thing, bro. Stay away from my brother Ron. He's a fraud and a bore. He tells everyone he came up with Ultimate Fury Cricket, but it was me.
Let's do it. Finish the challenge with at least a bronze medal. And that is... Oh, literally right here. Oh, darn it. Hold on. Well, I don't want to do it if it's at night. We've got other stuff that we can do during the day. Let's search this undiscovered location. Also, Mentorman is saying, quick tip, head stomp works similarly to the sneak attack, which probably means in terms of... Oh. It's at the base of this building. It probably means in terms of... Like, you have to be... the enemy has to be a lower level. Okay, this seems like it's probably going to be, you should come back here at night. Yep. Oh. There we go. Boy, there's a lot of howling happening. I think it's the guys inside. I think it's the big guy inside. He caught sight. And now he very much wants to come out.
Quit wasting our time, asshole. Get the hell out here. Better find out what that was. Where the fuck did he go?
Okay, so first of all, I just wasted a thing. A Molotov. Secondly, is this... I think this is a peacekeeper. I thought he was yelling threats, so I thought he was a bad guy. Mentorman says, turns left and locks eyes with a volatile growling. Anyone's reaction would be fuck no. Okay, so we know what this is, and also that we can't do it right now. There's a lot of come back at nights. Oh, we do this. How do you... I guess we just go to it. We can't really mark it. way, oh, hold on. I just want to say, how great was it that Ricardinho came back and was like back at home, got to do a brand new stream. All right, you assholes can like shout until all the zombies in town come by. I'm out. Okay. I don't want to do the night thing. Let's go. Yeah, let's find out what this is.
Man, what I wouldn't give for a warm bed or a cold beer.
Oops, oops, oops. Yeah, my thought on it is there's all sorts of ways that you can just like pass the time and skip until night. I'd rather go into night having more things that I'd like to do than too few, and then spend the daytime discovering what those things are gonna be. You know, in the real world, you'd want to sit, you'd want to rest, grab a snack. But it's hard. Oh, hold on. There's a quest.
My little brother's here somewhere.
Nobody? Ever again? That sounds a bit extreme.
Well, you think so? What do you think is the first step in loving yourself?
You seem to know the answer. Why don't you tell me?
Flowers.
Flowers.
Precisely. Nowadays, I'm hanging around near the metro station in considerable safety and all. But before I joined the PKs, I used to live down in Trinity. I had a shop there, the Blooming Tulip, near the bazaar when it was still the Church of the Holy Trinity. I was raised in an orphanage, among a multitude of apathetic people. Maybe that's why I turned to flowers. But after the outbreak, people stopped buying them.
That's understandable.
Certainly, but there was this old lady. I basically kept the store open just for her. She'd come every day, as if nothing had changed. Her visits were the highlight of my day, until one day she didn't show.
What happened to her?
Her flowers ate her alive. How should I know? I was growing these special pink roses for her. It was her last order, and I simply couldn't throw them all away. So I kept one of the roses and dried it, just for her.
Sorry, I just like this to the choice and left. Sad story. Bye.
She'd be delighted to know that you never forgot her.
Yeah. If only I could get that rose to her. Could you take it? She never said where she lived precisely, but I asked her once where she kept all her flowers. She said, in a beautiful house made of glass, where the old mound used to be. Here, take the rose. Please find the house and give it to her, if she's still there.
It actually would have been fun to hear what the delivery was, and yeah, that's rough. All right, I'll see you later. Yeah, I'm gonna say that wherever that goes. Oh boy, that question mark it's so tantalizing though. It's right there, and it looks like a parkour challenge. But I just want to have it on the map. Okay, now we know what it is. No. Oops. Duke was like, yeah, that's rough, buddy. You know, the flower story. But look, so like this is it's a silly video game about, you know, infected and stuff. What I can say is that in the real world, especially if things are stressful and things are unsettled and you didn't get to follow up on things, and there's maybe something that you've always wondered. And that's what this guy has. He has a situation with this old woman that he's always wondered what happened to her, and he had this special flower. He's just like, I really want this settled. I want closure on this. Closure is something that real people in the real world want. It's important to them. So I get it. And I like quests like this because they add a sense of humanity. Functionally, something of a fetch quest, you know, go to this thing and so forth. But I'm just saying that I'm fine with it because I feel like the framing here is really strong. Find the glass house on Old Mound Street. Well, I guess we'll just go for the... the car drop. So, I'm inside a quest area. I'm looking for a house that's made... or sorry, she keeps all of her flowers in a house made of glass, which I'm just going to assume is a greenhouse. I would think that a greenhouse in this area, and I don't mean in the zombie area. I mean, you would think that they would either put it on a roof or in sort of like a park type area.
House made of glass. Reminds me of that flower lady. Maybe I should check it out.
Oh, is it that right there? No, stop it. I don't want to throw my money. Okay, and I'll throw 2 coins instead of the one that I didn't want to throw. A 28-year-old man is wanted for contempt of Peacekeeper Authority and suspected faulty biomarker. Doing a routine check, Philippe refused to display his biomarker and insulted a PK soldier before fleeing the scene. Philippe is considered dangerous and apt to turn. Okay, this doesn't really feel... it doesn't feel like the place that we're supposed to go. At least I'm not finding a way in. I mean, the roof is made of glass, and that's kind of distinctive. Oh, here we go. We do have a way in. Douglas says, do you not get that reference? I don't think I do, Dougler. Just, that's rough, buddy? I don't think that I do. Okay, there's nothing else in here, but here is the greenhouse. Or conservatory, I don't know what you call this. Helen's testimony. Dear Peter, I feel my time is drawing near, so I decided to write this letter. Every time I visited your beautiful land of flowers, I wanted to tell you this, but I always lacked the courage. I am your mother. Yes, I am the woman who deprived you of a normal childhood and abandoned you to an orphanage. You cannot imagine how sorry I am for this, and how much I would like to beg you for forgiveness. Your father left me a week after you were born. He simply disappeared. I was very young and poor. I could not imagine being a single mother. I was alone and afraid, so I made the choice I thought was best for you. I left you at an orphanage. Much later, I met another man and we started a family. I tried to forget about you, but I couldn't. I dreamed about you almost every night, your sparkling eyes staring up at me from your crib. I didn't see you again until you were an adult. I came to the blooming tulip and I froze. I could tell right away you were my son. I wanted to say something, but I was so ashamed. Instead, I came for flowers every day to talk to you, to get to know you. You became my friend. It's the best I could do. Maybe it was a mistake, but I just didn't want to disrupt your seemingly peaceful life. But now you should know the truth. Know that I've loved you very much, and I deeply cared for you. It is amazing to see what a kind and thoughtful man you've become. Your mother is very proud of you. Signed, Helen. And also, like, whether or not this is a font, and it does look a little bit like it might be, I love how, like, smeared it is and blurred at places, like it's old and has been exposed to some of the elements over time, you know, humidity and stuff. This looks great. Oh, and this is Helen, by the way. Oh, boy. I do notice that the Peacekeepers thought to put up a wanted poster in here. Inside the conservatory. Yeah, no, I know that I can turn on my flashlight. I don't really feel the need to do that in a room with a glass roof. But wait, this is... Oh, right.
Farewell, flower lady. So this is her story. I understand now why she went to his flower shop every day. Her son should know that he was loved.
I have to say, I also would share this with him. However, it is not without risk. He may not do well with the knowledge that his mother found him and didn't announce himself, that even through to the end of her life, she still denied him the chance to know her. I don't think that it was malicious based on that letter, but it is still true. I hear her explanation, like her rationale that she didn't want to disrupt his life, but remember what I was just saying about closure? Like, this guy feels this strongly about... Well, hold on. So... Oh, it actually shows you a picture of it. What is set? Some monsters only live in your head, luckily. I haven't looked at any of these, I don't think. So here's a audio cassette. It's amazing the art that people can do. Oh, this one has a piece. Kim Young-ji, our maestro. Your mind-blowing skills and devotion to art were constant inspiration to us, giving us a direction to strive for and showing us the colossal strength that one must dedicate towards self-development. Yet what would strength be without passion, a trait you were never in short supply of? Instead, you shared it with us, filling us to the brim with joy and enthusiasm about our craft. Youngji, you are and always will be a role model for us, inspiring us on a journey to an artistic paradise. Forever in our hearts, forever in our memories. Farewell, Youngji. Farewell, Maestro. In memory of the incredible human being and outstanding artist that he was, Kim Young-ji. Or Gi? It might be Gi. I wonder if this was a real person. Like an actual person that either somebody on the development team know or maybe everybody on the development team knew. I would be interested to know that. But the other one, did the audio cassette have one? Oh, it only said, life is as simple as a tape, but it can get complicated. Then you'll need some pencil. Okay, and then we've got this one, which I'm not... Oh, that's right, I think that I saw this one. And I was like, I'm not going to sing that. But there we go. Jab says that he doesn't think that he would tell him. The thing is, at the end, the mother wanted him to know. So I guess what I'm thinking is, it doesn't feel like it would be my place to not share it at this point. But like we're talking about, there's a case to be made for sure. Oh, okay. Yeah, let's just back up out of that. Okay, that sucked. Oh, that's... Oh, very bad. So, if I can heal up here... Nope. Okay, I guess a lot of them turned up dead. Also, like, I guess the best way that I can put it is, it's definitely not going to feel good to tell him. And I'm probably overthinking it. It's just, we know this dude grew up in an orphanage. We know that also from the letter. During that time in the orphanage, knowing that other kids had parents and he didn't, other kids were wanted and had what he might have considered to be a quote-unquote normal life, and he didn't. And he talked about how he got into flowers because it was the only way that he could make sense of this harsh and uncaring world. And for years, he knew the woman who, again, without any malice in her heart, put him into that situation. And she could have explained, she could have told him all of those things that are in the letter, but said it aloud so that he would have an opportunity to process it and then to say things back to her, things that she never got a chance to hear. Yeah, this is not going to feel good.
Yeah, I found her. I'm afraid she had passed away. She was with her flowers.
So, she died in peace?
She did, yes. She wrote a letter and actually mentioned you.
She did?
Yes. Here. I think you should read it.
This old lady was my mother? So many times as a kid, I imagined how she'd look. I'd see other kids at the park with their mothers, and I'd have this knot in my stomach, feeling I could never see mine, knowing I could never hold her hand, thinking she never even cared, when in fact, she did care. I did see her every day for years. I never expected that she... Maybe this is why I couldn't throw away her flowers. Thank you, Aiden. Love isn't dead after all. I'm gonna need some time alone now. Thank you for giving her the rose. I'll see you around, Aiden.
All right. I mean, he took that super well. Mentorman was asking, I suddenly got glitches out from Twitch. Did I miss anything? Only, I think, probably some conversation about the mission there. Specifically, you're probably familiar with it. The dude who... He used to run a flower shop. The old woman would come by. He grew her a special rose, and he wanted it delivered. And then when we went, it turned out that she was his mother. So we just did that question. We were talking a lot about that. Okay, this guy sells consumables and ammunition, but... not the... Ooh, what's this? Oh, look at that. Durability cost per hit. I like that. But what I want is the, Stop and think for 1 second. What I want is the blueprint to make that myself. We can upgrade this. So, yeah, I've got 19 infected trophies. I think anytime that I can, doing a a medicine upgrade is probably the way to go. I feel like at no point am I going to go wrong by saying my medicine is too good. And then we can also do one of these. If I can get one more, then we can upgrade our immunity booster. So I might hold off for that. Yeah, let me hold off for that, because I want to get my medicines and my abilities. Douglas was also asking, can you push them into spiky barricades? Yes! And on that last person, that's what I tried to do. Like when you asked that, that had been my thought. Let me push him into the spiky barricades. And it didn't... He didn't quite make it there, so then I pushed him the rest of the way with my... by hitting him with the mace. Wait, am I out of medicine? Or no, I'm out of this good medicine. Right. That's why I don't always make the max, because now the next time that I make medicine, it'll be a better quality. Okay, my bludgeon is wearing down, but that's fine. It's had a good life. Okay. We're borderline at the point that I can be, but let's go see if we can get this quest. Here's another question for Mentor Man. The encounters that it shows here, do you just like sit and listen to them? Because every one of these books, let's go here. Hold on. Let's go here. Everyone that I found so far is just like sit and listen. It's a very passive style of encounter. But I don't know if there's an advantage or purpose to hanging out.
PK territory. Community still means something here.
There's one thing I'd ask for in exchange, though. You said before you've met pilgrims. They as cunning as they say?
I've seen many pilgrims, but only known one. People say they're criminals, no conscience, no principles. You'll have to be the judge. In 23, Berlin fell. All of Germany was lost. My friend Bernard got work for us in Dortmund. The plan, take a year doing jobs others wouldn't and spend every penny on medication. We'd return with the medicine and set up our families for life. I'm not proud of what we did, but we did it. At the end of the year, we went home. When we got to Leipzig, it was surrounded by bandits and slavers. One day, Bernard returned with a woman who claimed to be a pilgrim. She agreed to see us through bandit territory for a bottle of antizin, already very valuable at the time. She knew every path, hiding spot, bandit camp for miles, knew how to avoid the infected. She kept us close to the Elbe River, as if she was tracking something. Finally, we reached the crossing, and we were very close to home. But the pilgrim, she insisted that we wait until morning. I was restless, so close to home. Something moving in the camp woke me in the middle of the night. I saw the pilgrim slinking into the woods with our meds. But before I could wake Bernard, slavers attacked the camp and overpowered us. They threw us into their ramshackle boat moored nearby. We were a prize, as the other slaves on the ship were children. They were tipped off by the pilgrim, who'd made a double score, us and our meds. We're about to set sail when the boat sprang a huge leak.
Knew it!
Now, I've seen a lot of good fighters in my life, but her, she was something else. It was like watching a dark angel perform a deadly dance. Could barely see her move. But soon enough, all the slavers were dead or drowning in the river.
This is why I don't trust pilgrims.
After making sure all the slaves were safely ashore, the boat scuttled. The pilgrim approached one girl. The child recoiled, but recognition dawned in her eyes. They embraced and cried softly. It was a moment of peace. Every night I dreamed of reuniting with my daughter.
Family is the first community.
She'd used us to get the slaver ship to come ashore to rescue her child. She apologized, then told us where she'd hidden our meds. I asked her, "Do you expect us to thank you?" She looked to her daughter. "No. She's all I need."
Good story, mate.
Better than the last one. Oh, hi. Yeah, Pilgrim here. How are you doing? Better than the last one. The last story just sort of like meandered for a while, and I'm not even sure that I remember what it was. But I like that story a lot more. Expiration date challenge. I'm going to say that what I'd want to do is take some action that's going to save it, and then we'll probably need to call it here. Let me make one of these better medicines. And I'm willing to bet that if we exit here, it will have saved. Hopefully. The long pregnant pause. There we go. Yeah, I'm looking at that map, and I'm looking at what we want to do in the upcoming night, and I'm like, if I play for 5 more minutes, I'm going to play for another 90 minutes, and that is not going to put me into a good position heading into the new week. So, we're going to call it here, and what'll happen is tomorrow we'll certainly be back to do some sort of a stream leading into Kyber Shards. What time it'll be and what we'll be playing is uncertain. It might be some more of this. We also did an audition stream of South Park, not the Stick of Truth, but The Fractured But Whole. And so it'll probably be one of these 2 games, maybe some Anno 1800 or Age of Wonders 4. I'll say this about Age of Wonders 4. I'm still very young into it. Like, I haven't... It's a strategy game, so it's going to take some time to really delve into it. But I have to say, it feels very rare to come upon a newly released 4X turn-based strategy game that is as fully featured and delivers as well on its premise as this one does. I've really been enjoying what I've played so far. Solid Comb Hickey saying thank you for the stream. Sam Lander is saying, also saying thank you for the stream. Dougler saying, question, when you're doing dishes, do you watch the outside of the thing too? Or, always on all sides. Mentorman is asking, do you guys have a Discord? So although I don't have a Discord here, Mia does have a Discord. And Mia, if you would care to put up your Discord, that is the surest way to know when we go live. I will also share that, especially during the week, weekends are tough, but especially Monday through Friday, if we know in advance that I'm going to be able to go live, we will add it to the schedule. Sometimes it's only an hour before we go live, but I figure a little bit of notice is better than none at all. So yeah, if I were to guess, tomorrow sometime between 4 and 5 p.m. Eastern time, and we'll try to put that onto the schedule just because, especially if you're in a different time zone, it just works that much better. Mia is going to get the link and also says, okay, Dougler was saying, good, Hobbs just does the inside, and Mia says Hobbs must cease and desist. Yeah, I didn't intend to like end out the stream here with dishwashing theory, but yeah, no. Here's how I wash dishes. Get that water on as hot as it can possibly go. Take the sprayer and spray down whatever you can remove just through heat and the force of water, which is, by the way, going to be a lot. There's going to be some times when like the food has been baked and it's going to take a little bit of time to get out of there, but a lot of greases and stuff are very happy to separate from the flat surface of cookware, and all they need is a good hot spray down the sink and they're gone. That's going to take care of, I mean, that's before you get to soap. That's going to take care of 70% of the job usually right then. And then after that, that's when you get the soap on. Now what you're scrubbing down is basically whatever's left, and usually it's not going to be nearly that bad. Scrub it down, spray it, maybe scrub it once more, inside and outside, mind you, Dougler. And then you've got a really clean, you know, utensil, cookware, dish, whatever it's going to be. Sam Linder saying, my theory of doing dishes is to use a dishwasher, and there's the link from Mia. And then says, Sam Linder says, you do as much in that as possible, I think. Douglas saying you also rinse dishes when you're done eating or drinking from them. It makes them easier to wash later. Yeah, exactly. And by the way, most dishes don't really benefit from soaking. Like, I get that you've just eaten or you want to eat, but I'm just saying that my theory is, especially if I'm the one cooking, I will usually finish cooking and then serving, and then usually at least get the water in there and get the spraying part of it done. And then when you come back to do the soap part, it's basically clean. Anyway, that's enough of dish talk for now. We're going to go find somebody fun to raid, and we will hopefully see you guys tomorrow for another stream of some variety. Until then, you guys, thank you so much, and I hope you have a great night.